Well, good evening. Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for coming out. There are a lot of things you could be doing this evening, a Monday evening. Who wants to come hear something on nutrition? But let me just see a show of hands of how many in the audience you really love the subject of nutrition. Come on, show you. But if you don't, that's okay. You know, if some of you came this evening kicking and screaming, it's okay. It's okay. I will say this to you, whether you love the subject or whether this is new to you and it seems a bit foreign, can we all agree there are certain principles that if you honor those principles, you know, you're going to be healthier. Everybody agree with that? I mean, can we say that okay, you know, I might not be the expert on what I'm supposed to put in my body. I'm not the expert on exercise. I'm not the expert on this or that. But I know this stuff's important. Everybody agree? Okay, all right. All right, with that said, let me just throw out there, what are the foundational principles? What are those things that everybody agrees you got to do a little bit of X, Y, and Z? What are those things? Guys, give me some answers here. Exercise. Okay, exercise. And I heard that in the back. You want to tell me how much exercise on a weekly basis helps you to literally live longer?
Minimum of 15 minutes 3 times a week.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good guess. But actually, that's more than has been proven to prolong your life, actually. Anybody want to guess? 3 minutes. 3 minutes? 3 minutes how often?
3 minutes twice a week.
Okay, that's actually a little less than you actually need. The bottom line is, as little as 15 minutes of physical activity per week has been shown to help you live longer. Guys, that's 5 minutes 3 days a week. Anybody up for spending 5 minutes 3 days a week to help you live longer? Okay, so when we talk about the minimum, how about what's the optimal? What's the optimal amount of physical activity that's going to help you really dial your health in? Well, what's the physical activity-wise, what's the amount that's going to get you to kind of optimal? We've said that the minimum amount of time in physical activity is 5 minutes 3 days a week. But what about the optimal amount? What are you going to shoot for? What's that magic number that most people know? Whether they do it or not, it's a different question. An hour a day. That's 7 days a week?
5 days a week.
Okay, 5 days a week. That's actually twice as much as gets you to optimal. It's actually 30 minutes 5 days a week. So good amount to start with. How about doing 5 minutes 3 days a week? Now, we got 168 hours in our week, right? Everybody's got the same amount of time. And if you were to be sitting here tonight, and you're just saying, dude, I don't have time for this. You know, my schedule's too busy, too packed. And there's some of us that are saying that to ourselves. We don't think about it, but just what if you decided to get up 5 or 10 minutes early? So you start out the door and you're going to walk. And you decide, okay, yeah, well, I'm out here, so why don't I do it for 10 minutes? And so 10 minutes, 3 days a week, and guess what happens? You start feeling better. Oh my gosh, this is revelation, right? You start actually feeling better. No, it's not really a revelation because you're doing something that gets your body in motion, and we know that's going to make a difference. But you know, isn't it true? It's up here, but what's up here doesn't necessarily translate to down here, right? We've got that. So if we're going to really move forward, how about starting out at 5 minutes, going to 10 minutes, then you're suddenly going 20, 30, and guess what? You're walking along with some spunk in your step, and somebody says, man, you look good. And you say to yourself, you know, I'm feeling better. This physical activity, this exercise thing isn't bad after all. And suddenly you're beginning to believe that this is making a difference for you, and suddenly you're starting to talk to other people about this. You ought to try this. This really makes a difference. And guess what? If I am here tonight getting you challenged to take that next step in physical activity and you start to do it and you begin to influence other people's habits, I'm saying yes, yes, because my impact is not just mine, it's your impact. And ladies and gentlemen, what we have in our country, we all know this, is we're sitting at a crisis. And no federally mandated program is going to change that. This is about you. This is about me. This is about getting forward and actually having an impact. But it starts with each one of us making that decision to, hey, get out for 5 or 10 minutes 3 or 4 times a week and just starting to dial it up. So that's the physical activity piece. Optimal, 30 minutes, 5 days a week. So anybody have an argument, disagreement about that? Okay. So what's another thing that's kind of that foundational thing? Yeah, I know I should be doing it, but. Okay, sleep's important. Sleep is one of those interesting things that we don't have a certain amount of sleep that everybody should do. You know what you should do for sleep, but there's not this kind of standard that we're striving for. So what's one of those things that we all know, sleep's important, don't get me wrong, but what's one of those other foundational principles we just don't get to, we're not getting enough of? Oh, come on, guys. Come on, throw some answers out here. Huh? Water, right. And how much water is enough? Dude, you're on. Come on, you want to come up and give this talk tonight? Yeah, I mean, a good number is half your weight in ounces of water per day. And you know, that's going to be irritating to some people because you're like, man, if I drank that much water, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be going to the bathroom all the time. This gets inconvenient. Well, I'm sorry. It might be inconvenient, but it's what your body needs to detox. Water is critical for health. Water, if you think about it, if you're dehydrated all the time and you're even eating well, delivering those phytonutrients to the cells is not going to happen. You know, for the ladies in the audience that are concerned about their skin and about wrinkles, you want to get rid of wrinkles, number one thing to do, hydrate. Number one thing to do if you've got joint pain, headaches, if you've got digestive problems, it is hydrate. And the average amount to drink is half your weight in ounces of water per day. But if you want another measure, it's real simple. When you go to the bathroom, what color should your urine be? What was that? Clear. So it's simple. And does that mean that sometimes you might get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? Yes. But you know what I say? Hey, just fall right back to sleep, man, because you still need that amount of water to keep your body optimally hydrated. All right, so what else? What's another principle? Come on, guys. Kent, come on, help me out here. Proper fuel. Okay, what does that mean? Yeah, come on, what's the right fuel, big guy? Give me the right fuel. Okay, what does that mean? Fruits and? All right, now we're getting it. So let me ask y'all something. Everybody getting enough fruits and vegetables? No, it's impossible. Actually, the average American right now is getting 1 serving of veggies per day, 0.7 servings of fruit per day. Enough or not? Not even close. So we know that, and the reason why I'm trying to get this out tonight, get this into conversation, is because these are principles that I'm going to take and build on for what we're about to talk about this evening. What I'm going to build on is going to be this whole discussion about what's not you, what's critical to your health, but actually is not you.